All right, Lydia, something recently that stuck with me is that in any type of media, be it games, movies, or TV shows, people typically base their entire opinion around the ending. They decide whether or not they like it solely around how the story ends.
Yeah.
What is a game that you would change your opinion on if the ending was different?
Ooh, I'm trying to think of a game that I didn't like the ending and it affected me in that way. I feel like I've got too good of people in my life that help me see things from a different point of view. Ed's one of them. Ed's one of those guys that like points out something and it really shows a blind spot that I have. And so I don't know if there's a game that the ending has like even Mass Effect 3, which was like a big game where people like really hated the ending. I was like, what's the problem with that ending? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I have a game that would change for me personally.
The first
Chris?
game that comes to mind
sorry,
for me is not necessarily because of how the story ended, but like Little Nightmares 2, where I don't understand what happened at the end. And I just want, like, maybe not so artsy for me. Just lay it out for me and tell me plainly what happened, because I don't understand.
Right. Chris, what about you?
Initially, my thought was going to be, I'm going to be like Gabe, and I don't really have one. But if I really think about it, even though I don't know that it's completely fair to, I don't know if it's fair to say this, I'd probably go with The Last of Us 2.
Yeah?
Really?
If it ended one section early and ended at that spot, I think I could have been like, all right, I still don't like it as much as the first one, and I still am kind of like, I don't even know if this game needs to exist, but at least that would have been an ending point that I'd been like, okay,
You could live with
I'm
that.
okay with that.
Interesting.
Yeah. But when I say that I don't know that it's fair, it's like there's so much else that like the whole second half of the game almost is just like I have a lot of problems with that. So
Right.
I don't know. I still would be kind of like hemming and hawing, but I do think that if it would have ended at that spot and didn't go to that last section that it goes to, I probably would have been like, all right, that's good.
Yeah.
I got you. Tim, you have one?
Yeah, I can't think of one, but I'd almost flip this question because I enjoyed the actual game throughout versus the actual ending. I didn't care, and a lot of it, they got better. But Far Cry 3, I thought was the ending was terrible, and like they had a good story build up initially, but the ending didn't bother me as much because I had so much fun in the game. Now they really ramped up the endings in 4 and 5. I thought those stories were really great, but 3 always was just like, and so
Wait, for which
maybe
game?
if that
Far Cry
for
3.
Far Cry 3.
Oh, Far Cry. Okay, sorry, I missed that.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of flipping this because most times the ending seals the deal for me because I enjoy stories, games. I'm just kind of flipping this because one that really stuck out for me was, well, that was kind of dumb. But in that sense, it didn't matter because the entire game, I had so much fun with that whole game. So, like, at that point, the ending didn't really matter for me.
Yeah.
So I'm just flipping it a little bit.